everybody. You see a new setting, you see faces, and this is Let Us Sip. This is your girl, Brittany.
It's your girl, Kaloni.
And Trophy Sophy here.
Hi, ladies.
How you guys
What's going on? Hi, everybody. We are officially visual.
Yes. So our mics sound better because we heard y'all complaining about our sound. So I know we sound a whole lot better. Now you get to put faces to names.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and do a little bit of a rundown. Sophie, Miss
Yes.
Dot Connector.
Yes.
Tell the people about yourself. This is like a reintroduction.
How are you
to
doing,
podcast.
people? If you don't know, now you know. Trophy Sophy. I'm on every platform available. Instagram, Twitter, OnlyFans, whatever type of spice you need, I got it for you. I'm the dot connector because I normally make things happen. If you need anything throughout the entire world, from a church to be able to go to a state to find the most beautiful women, I am the one that connects the dots. So in which case, I am the dot connector. Also, if it is, you just need your daily meme entertainment, that's me on Instagram, PHILO_Sophy, SOPHY. That's me. Obituaries, anybody dying. Unfortunately, we're in this horrible world of COVID. I take care of that too. So anything it is that you actually need, that's what I'm here for. That's me.
Connecting them dots.
Connect them dots, shawty.
So I am Brittany. I am the mom and the wife of the show. So, I'm a hustler trying to figure out what works for me. I'm on another journey to try to get my ish together. I make juices called Let Us Sip Juice. I train, and I like to have fun and do ratchet things with my friends.
Woo woo. And I am Kaloni. I'm a woman of many hats, but most importantly, I'm a professional makeup artist. I am the makeup guru of the class, of the group.
Yes.
And I will be giving, if you've never seen this, I normally give the daily beauty tips, Beauty Tip 101. I'm also an alumni from Virginia Union University, BUU, all right?
College graduate.
HBCU grad. Yes, and I am the young, fun, crazy one.
Oh, don't say it like that. Don't do us like that. We don't want.
No.
I mean, I'm
No,
the
we
old
all
hag of the group. If you want to get into the numbers,
But
I'm
we
the old
still
hag.
fun. But we still fun up in this piece.
It's different levels of the fun, okay?
Absolutely.
We the one that we got to look at. This is our Michael.
Yes.
We got to make sure Michael all right.
I'm the youngin' of the crew.
All right. So,
Yes.
how was your week, ladies? What's been up with y'all?
I've been doing a whole bunch of nothing. That's what it is that I normally do. You know the thing about connecting dots? You can do it from home. So that's exactly what I've been doing. I'm making too many moves, and that's it. I didn't do remotely anything entertaining this week, which is interesting. We in the New York City area, tri-state, you know already what time it is. It's that time of the year when it is that you walk out your house in the morning time, it's cold. By the noon, it's kind of hot. And by the afternoon, evening, it's freezing.
You need your bubble.
It's a lot of things going on. We normally come out like 11 o'clock. We're like, yeah, we're going to hit this brunch. And by the time you're getting home, it's 7 o'clock and you're freezing. So make sure you bring that jacket, man. Because nowadays you cough, you're going to think it's COVID. It's not COVID. It's a cough. It's not a cough. It's COVID. We're not going to get it going. So in which case, bring your little jacket. But that's all it is. I try to engage in some ratchet activities, but it wasn't too ratchet. I think it was a Thursday. They might have got my vibe that I was old. They started playing a whole bunch of throwbacks. I was like, no, I came here for the youth music. I don't know these rappers, but I know the song, The Youth.
The youth?
The Youth. YOUF. That's what I came here for. But they was like playing these old jams. I was like, all right, fine.
He turned into Auntie Soph.
Yeah. I ain't electric slide, at least.
Oh, you did the cha-cha?
No, I was doing the
The wobble. Oh.
the Jumba.
The Jumba.
That's what I was doing. So
You ready to get it started?
I could do it to anything. It is whatever's playing, you could do it. It's like the new electric slide.
We seen.
Yeah,
We seen. You can even do it.
that is
topless.
on that's what I indulge in too. Check me out. I'm on every platform.
Yeah.
So while your platform's skating, I was actually working. We're working on getting the kid to learn how to tie his shoe. It's a trigger warning for everybody. If y'all have the youth,
I'm giving you
Oh
ear
my
hug.
God. Yes.
Okay.
Every parent told me that you will drink a lot of liquor trying to teach your kid how to tie a shoe. My nigga love YouTube, but a nigga don't like to watch the YouTube video that show you how to tie your shoe. So, yeah. That's
baby.
what we've been up to.
Okay. All right.
I know, a little PTSD. I'm sorry, y'all.
Listen, I went to the sex museum, and let me tell you this.
She got hot and bothered.
I got a little hot and bothered, y'all, okay? Because I thought that I was up there. Show me that I'm a little down here on the sex game, okay? Because they pulling out tools, okay? They pulling out chairs, whips.
The fuck chair, right?
Yes, the fuck chair.
Mm.
Yes, but they also have a like a masturbation like chair,
Oh.
and it also comes like with the dildo. So like if you want to ride it, you can do that too.
Okay.
All right.
All right, the audience wants to know. I hear them. They talking to me. They wanted to know
wanna know.
if it is that you went to that sex museum when you got home, was you a little bit more freakier? That's what they want to know.
Resting baby
Okay,
hairs.
we got to rest the baby hairs.
All right,
Okay.
that's all the audience
I
just
plead
wanted
the
to know that.
fifth. No, but I definitely kept a lot in my memory bank though.
Okay, all right.
I definitely left something in my memory
That's
bank.
very important. As
Well,
long as it
you
is-
ain't show Zaddy what you learned?
Well,
Let's
first of
just
all,
say,
hold on. Hold on. First of all, who's daddy here? Daddy here is me. Okay?
You Zaddy. I'm sorry.
yes, Zaddy is
Zaddy.
Sophie right now.
But long as she got in her mind that, for the future she might bust a new move, that's all that matters. As long as it's, embedded somewhere in her mind.
Yeah.
I'm approaching 30, and Brittany, she told me good things when you hit 30, so I'm ready.
Yeah, just make sure he can keep up, because that thing be jumping. But when you get busy, that shit be like, He tried. I was like, yeah, we just gonna cuddle tonight.
Yes. Well, my honey, he's actually in his 30s already, so, I guess I see what y'all talk about.
Oh, yeah. He's in his early 30s. Yeah.
He's in his early 30s.
Mm-hmm. Early 30s is a good age, because early 30s they have that 20-year-old, still kind of ready to go, but they're not yet to the 40s where they just old and want to go to sleep. Like that 30s crowd is kind of cool. As long as they not late 30s.
Their knees tingle at that age.
Yeah, as long as they don't crack. They don't super crack. They might crack a little bit. Because I know mine's cracking. I'm closer to 40 than 30. Them joints be cracking, but
girl, you look
I get it
good.
cracking. Even
Exactly.
while it's cracking, I'm getting it cracking. So it's no
okay.
worries.
I'm young 30 and these ankles swollen like your grannies. Look like I got the gout, but it's just what we do. It's just how it's built up.
And I apologize for anyone growing up. And I used to be like, how old are they? 50? That's old. And I'm sorry. That's not old. That's young.
When I was
now I be like, they died at 50. I was like, that's so young. Before I used to be like, 50, they died. Whoa, they lived a long life.
Right.
I'm sorry.
That's
I was
half a dollar.
I'm sorry.
When I was 16, I thought 30 was old.
Oh, I did
And
too.
so now I'm approaching, I'm like, what am I supposed to feel like?
Shit, girl.
But the bills, okay,
It reminds you?
it keeps increasing.
Mhm.
So I guess that's
That's
what
30.
it's supposed to feel like.
That's
Okay.
adulting, 101. Motherfuckers. So, now that we done drained our youth, what's the beauty tip, Kay? Come on, let's help get
Okay.
some of this back into us.
Yes. So the beauty tip today is, how do we get that good glow? So I know a lot of women, they ask me like, where do I put the highlight exactly?
Mhm.
Right? And back in the day, 2017-ish, 2016, a lot of people was just going right down the angle and not blending.
Oh, we saw.
Yeah.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we didn't see it then, we saw the flash.
Yeah,
And
so
the flash
things
told
are
it all.
always changing, and there's nothing wrong with change. So 2021, if y'all have not heard, we are embracing our natural beauty. So I like to just put a little bit of highlight at the very tip of like my cheekbone
Mhm.
and just on my nose, just a little bit. And I like to blend. And honestly, less is more. So if you want to just focus like on your center of your forehead, the tip of your nose, and just on your cheek, and please, ladies, blend that makeup in. Fellas, too, if you're listening, you like makeup, just make sure you are blending. Or if you're a makeup artist that want to expand and learn different things, There's nothing wrong with the trends nowadays and, keeping up with the trends, but find out what works for you and your skin tone. So, yes, that's my beauty tip.
Thank you, ladies. Well, we're going to go ahead and jump into the sip of the week because the name of the podcast is called Let Us Sip. So before we do jump into the sip of the week, we do have a liquor sponsor today, Mr. Bezo.
Bespokes. We got the rum going on here. Shout out to my man Kels Mania. He another person got a whole bunch of things going on. Clothing like back in the day, 5001 clothing, the Biggies, the Fat Joes. He did Nipsey. He got he got everything going on. Anything it is you need, just look at his page. He got like 500 pages. I'd be like, how do you do this? And he says that I put every new company I have, I put it a new page so I can do it individually, so I can know which one needs to be touched every day. So some people combine everything. They have their makeup, they have everything all in one. He has different pages, so it makes him focus. But shout out to him. Alcohol, he got it going.
Thank you.
And it's delicious too.
It's a
shout out to him. It's a definitely sip slow, but
yes,
nice little buzz.
Right. All right. So we'll jump into the sip of the week. The sip of the week, we pick a word, and throughout the conversation, we say that word. So when you hear the word, you need to go ahead and drink. So this week's sip of the week is going to be the word survive. We say survive, you guys drink. All right, so let's go ahead and practice.
Survive.
See, pretty simple. Go ahead and get your glasses. Pause this and get your glasses.
Yes.
All right. So let's go ahead and, Sophie, what's been up with the news that we can't use?
The news that we can't use. So it's a lot of things that's been going on this week. Well, this month. So how you guys feel about what's happening with this traveling and everyone getting this vaccine and this whole ordeal? Are you guys happy that the world is finally starting to open? I mean, like more than a year. We were like, more than a year. Well, I had a person that just came home from jail. He I can't even leave. I was like, man, that sounds crazy. But I'm like, damn, I went through that last year. I know.
Right.
I had an ankle monitor on. Yeah, I get it now. There's nothing else to do but hop online and watch TV and eat food, and we gained weight. We did a whole bunch of stuff. So
make a couple COVID babies.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen a lot of big bellies and carriages. I was like, all right, somebody
fell in love.
Someone was fucking.
Right, because
everybody, our family is growing.
Right, everybody was talking about how a lot of people were getting divorces and breaking up. But the gotcha is, they didn't want to wear masks, nor did they want to wear condoms. So,
yes.
Sounds about right.
Right. But as far as the world opening back up, I'm like double dutch right now. Kind of happy, kind of not, because I don't want to go back to working at home. I mean, working in the office. I enjoy working from home. I can get my life together. I can work. So, yeah, if they have the option for me to stay home, guess who's staying home?
That'll be you. That'll be me too. I'm like, if these companies actually look the overcourse of everything, the building, the lights, the maintenance, all of this stuff, it makes sense. Like I heard Google sold their building. Like it's certain companies just opting out of these huge buildings that they're paying rent for, which it doesn't make any sense. We can do it from home.
And if they look at it this way, because especially the past couple jobs I have, HR would be able to do their goddamn job. Y'all don't have to worry about people in there, fake friends telling each other business. Now they want to go and tell HR that such and such is being mean to them and try to get them to lose their job. HR can do what the fuck HR need to do.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that sexual, that whole misconduct will possibly go down also. They got to look at the less suit. It's a lot of things that they have to look at.
I save money because I don't have to buy professional attire.
Yeah.
So yes, I want to stay home.
I'm an essential worker and... she
didn't get none of that.
I've never got a break. Okay, so if you see the bags, it's under the makeup because I've been driving to Manhattan for 1 year now. March has officially made 1 year. It's been a living hell. Okay, but it's crazy because even during COVID, well, we still during the pandemic. I was diagnosed with cancer, and I was. Knock on wood, I've never was diagnosed with COVID yet.
I thought you was going to say knocking on death's door.
We ain't knocking on that door. Flee. I was just so happy that I never got COVID. especially working at the front end.
Well, nigga, you look like a glove. I seen you a few times.
Yes.
She was all latex down.
Latex down. I still be having my gloves, my shield, the whole shebang.
She's delivering babies, y'all. She just work at the front desk.
Yeah. So she just dealing with insurance, y'all. But yeah, it's been crazy because I was happy that I was working from home for like 2 weeks. And they were just like, time to go back in.
Come on back.
Yeah. So I was just saying to my best friend, I was like, I can just imagine when everybody that works from home, time to go back in, they're going to come in with an attitude every day.
Hate it. Like, yo, I was able to save vacation time.
Listen,
I ain't call out like that.
Everyone's going to get fired, first of all. Let's get to that. That first week, like, you want people to wake back up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get into someone's office for a 9 to 5. You're shitting me. Everybody's going to get fired.
And the traffic. The traffic comes back. I know New York, y'all did have a break for a little while.
A little break, yeah.
But that shit is real. It's scary. It's scary out here. But I did want to ask y'all a question because I know it's been triggering me. Like a lot of the shows are starting to come back now. And a lot of the shows are starting to incorporate COVID and basically reshocking us. And we're starting to relive the whole COVID nightmare all over again. Like, you remember we were supposed to stay home for 2 weeks. And then that shit turned into 1 year.
1 year.
Like, how do y'all feel about watching those shows and reliving the same trauma again?
I think I'm still there. I haven't left outside of that bubble yet, especially with traveling a lot and all of that stuff. And especially, the media takes care of everything as far as how much people deal with stuff. And fear is a hell of a drug. I was in Victoria's Secret the other day. The lady was like 40 feet away from another woman at the register. I'm like, are you online? She's like, she doesn't have on a mask. Like, fear exceeds any drug it is that anyone ever consumed. Because people are like so far gone. When I travel and out of New York State, they're like, you New York City people, crosses up, move away. Like, because they think it is that we got it like through the roof. I'm like, bruh, it's not.
It's on the West Coast now.
Right.
We don't have that. We ain't got that fire no more, but I'm still in it. So it's old kind of because it's like, they're like super tapped in. And as we're advancing, like, come on, let's not have no shows from last year, like August. Like, I don't want to see what's happening in August.
Right.
That
in
shit
March.
is like, I've been watching Queen Sugar and every fucking week, last week was May 26th or May 27th, the day after George Floyd's murder. And then before that was April and March. And I'm just like, yo, I remember these days.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch this. The whole point of TV is to escape. I understand, you want to relive and want it to be real. Nigga, watch the news.
Right.
There you go. It's real. They talk about it all the time. So, yeah, I try to stay away from that. But I'm sorry. So what else you got, girl?
So what? So the traveling, y'all traveled? Have y'all traveled while this whole COVID is? Okay, all right.
And it's so crazy because my 30th is approaching at the end of the year. But I'm trying to plan a trip, a going away trip, and there's just so many regulations. If you go here, you gotta wear ankle monitors. You gotta. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That shit sound like ours.
We were supposed to go to Barbados, so that's kind of still in the air because we like, we trying to get our money back. Well, my best friend, her 30th ends in June. So with that being said, I'm at the drawing board right now. Okay. Yeah. And I have not got my vaccine because I'm just a little scared as far as like how my body is going to react to it. I'm like, listen, it's feeling good.
It's going to hurt.
I know.
It's going to hurt.
One of my coworkers, they was out for a few days because like their whole entire joints, like they couldn't even move.
It hurts.
Okay, so someone on this podcast clearly got it since you're telling everyone it hurts. It hurts. So, okay.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I've gotten the swine flu vaccine. I've gotten the flu vaccine. And all I witnessed was just soreness in my arm. I had the same thing. I got the Johnson & Johnson. If y'all had listened a few episodes back, I said I wasn't going to get no vaccine for somebody to make baby powder. But you know what? It was free, okay? And I got shit I got to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. When anything is free, coming from the government,
to it.
I don't want that's too scary for me.
Listen, my mother always said free shit make you sick. And guess what happened?
That was
the free shit got me sick.
Damn.
I was down for one day. I was down hard.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It felt like, I don't know if I haven't broken a bone, but I know a lot of people when the weather changes and they have like a broken bone, fractures or anything like that, they can feel when the weather changes and everything is sensitive.
That's me.
Listen, my hair follicles hurt.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
The nose hair follicles.
Wow.
The mustache hurt. Everything hurt.
Wow.
So, yeah.
You
It was
see?
just for one day, though.
I'm one of those people, I didn't take the vaccine. I don't know. It could be possibly because I deal with healthcare, so I see the other part of it. But
Yeah,
it's
niggas
like,
behind.
yeah, I'm like the behind the scenes of it all, so I see the numbers and all that stuff. And also, it's like they don't have it together. That's what people got to realize. The vaccine is just these chemists in the lab. They're putting shit together, and hopefully that they're hitting it on the nose. It's a new strain that came out in Washington Heights, and it dropped like last week. And they're like, anyone got the vaccine, they can still get this. Like, what? But then also I'm looking at the bigger picture of it. Like, I'm not one of them super woke people. That's not my thing. But it's like, after you get this vaccine, they're going to give you this card with this punk ass stamp and say, here, travel the world, which is fine for now. But the bigger picture of it, we the bootleg nation. We can duplicate anything. So it's going to be people on Archer, on Jamaica Avenue, on Fulton Street, on Hempstead Avenue saying, hey, vaccine card, $25. So it's like, it's going to have to be something that has to be implanted in us, because this little punk ass card ain't going to do it.
Well, all I have to say is if I grow a tail, I want all the creative Black sisters out there that went and bedazzled the mask, create something for this tail.
Yeah, she's going to glow in the dark.
Right. I might. My eyes
we're going to
might
be able
bulge
to
out.
actually record this podcast with no lights. She's the only one that's going to be glowing.
Yeah.
Because of that fucking vaccine.
Fucking sewage.
There we go.
So what else is up in the news?
We also had something going on with this other podcast. The Joe Button podcast. Doom, doom, doom. Look at Brittany face.
Survive.
She's very
It's
hurt
all right.
behind this.
I
It's
want
all right,
y'all
B.
to survive.
Work it out, Joe.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about? Are you one of those do you listen to the podcast whenever it drops?
Faithfully. I'm a
Okay.
faithful listener of the JBP.
Okay.
I've been rocking with them for about good 2-3 years when they got the Spotify deal, a little bit before that. But like you said, fix it, Joe. Y'all fix it. I hope it's not no funny shit and it's a ploy to get more subscribers with the Patreon thing, because that'd be lame. But I love Maul, Rory, and Joe together.
Yeah, their chemistry is
that's
like,
the
they
ultimate
remind me of
threesome.
us. And I'm like, Brittany actually put me on to Joe Budden's podcast.
I love Joe.
I think somebody told me it was something, I don't know if it's dealing with my dad or something like that. And he was like, go watch it.
Probably.
Yeah, and it was really, and it was funny though.
Let the people
Like,
know
it
who your
was
papa
really
is.
funny.
Who is your dad?
My dad is Aaron Hall. He used to sing in a group called Guy.
Oh, we know the group guy. They know the group guy.
They know, okay, because, honestly, I didn't even know that my father was famous until I was about 12 or 13. I thought he just knew a lot of people in New York City.
Oh, you thought he was that nigga?
Man, yeah, I really thought, I was like, yo, he sells drugs or something?
I
Like,
see, look,
I didn't know
I was thinking it. I was thinking it, but I was hoping you didn't say it, but okay.
But yes, that's my pops.
I see. So for me, I think I look at Joe Button just as a person. He's super emo. Everybody knows that, from his relationships to his personal life. I'm happy it is that he found his lane, though, because Joe Buttons was an internet person. He can talk smack. That's what he does. So podcasting worked perfectly fine for him. But he has fallouts with everybody. As you know, at the bigger picture of it is always a common denominator out of all the fallouts, which for the most part is him, which is understandable. But he still got it.
I feel like Tyra. We were rooting for you.
Always rooting for you.
Now, what do you guys think about the business aspect dealing with friendships? Do you think it's a smart thing to go into business, or even if it's like you, Brittany, you're married, do you think that you can do it? I mean, of course, you bump heads even if you're not friends. You think it makes it worse as friends, and how do you keep that dynamic still going as the friendship if the business part fucks up?
I definitely think it's a slippery slope to begin with. Because I'm doing a podcast with my favorite cousin and my friend. So, yes, there's times where I want to pull out the business cap, but I don't want to ruffle any feathers. So, I understand what they mean when, you want to separate both, but sometimes they may feel like it's friendship and I'm feeling like business. And if I say something, I don't want to offend nobody.
Right.
So, yes, it's a slippery slope. And yes, I'm going to travel the slippery slope because I'd rather talk to two people that I like and I fuck with that I can relate with versus a stranger.
Right.
Because, I mean, there's no need to fight for it if we're not even fucking cool like that. Like, if I really don't have to see you, I'm that type of person. If I don't have to see you,
I'm not going to deal with you.
You will never fucking see me again.
She definitely
You be
Hear
happy.
from me. Yep.
You
None
be
of that.
happy to see me in the fucking supermarket. Like, no, there's no reason to see each other. So I just would say, you know, try your best to, you know, keep communication as open as possible when it comes to that.
I agree.
Absolutely. I definitely agree. Like, me and Brittany, we fought our whole life, like, physically. But that's my sister. Like, even though that's my cousin, we are, like, more like sisters. So, having a podcast with her, I think that was just so dope because now, like, we can already vent and talk our shit. Like, we already on the phone.
Right.
You know, but now it's like, okay, we're going to put a camera, we're going to put a microphone, and we kind of just going to do us, you know?
Right.
And when I met Sophy, it was just like, we clicked instantly. So I was just so happy about that. Like, the fact that it's over a year and we still getting it going. Like,
Right.
so.
And, like, she's a dope chick. That's why I was like, I have a feeling that this dynamic will work because Sophie's, like, fucking cool as a fan. Cool as the other side of the pillow.
Well, thank you, guys. Well, thank you. I agree. The same thing, you know. I think for podcasting, but anything, I think it's about the energy. So when it is that we all three got together, it was like the energy makes sense. A lot of people force things, and that's why they don't work. And a lot of people are friends, but something like this won't work. But for us, it does. But it do get that kind of slippery portion when it's like that whole you know, you don't want to say certain things, but you just got to understand that's your mans in them. It's not coming from a malice place. This is what's happening.
And we fight.
Need to, all the time. And we need to. But it's like we got to shoot the shit because we be trying to hold back, and it's like it's still going to come out overall, but you don't want to go there, but you like, you got to just get it out on the table.
And so we be like, all right, Britt, so what is it? What do you need?
That's it.
And I'm like, I'm just trying to get this relationship to survive because I believe in this podcast.
Like, I see it. I see the climax. I see it go up. I see it go, let's get to the end. What do we need to do next time?
But she was like, listen, do you need me to send you flowers? And I'm like, listen, I know this is via text. And she may not have meant it the way that I read it.
But that's why I said, I'm not trying to be, I was dead serious. Like, if she would have said, I like blue roses, I would have made it happen. Like, my bad for whatever fuck up.
And I'd have felt like you rocked me to sleep like a nigga.
I mean, that's what it is that I do. I'm daddy. This is a part of me. I just want to make you feel better. I'm going to change, though. That's what makes me different than a nigga. I'm going to change, but I'm at least make you feel good.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and sip on that. Survive. Because we going to survive.
Yes.
So, this week's topic, we're talking about the difference of dating someone that was raised out of survival versus raised out of love. Now, I know I've dealt with a broken man that was just raised out of whatever his mother could give him, because a lot of people don't understand that your parents were humans and people before they had you.
Absolutely.
So when your parent told you that, you know, I'm doing the best that I can, sometimes you got to take it for face value, and they're literally doing the best that they can. So, you know, you can't really fault them for that. All you do is just, you know, look at them as human.
And love them.
Just the way you take that nigga back, you can accept your parents and their flaws.
Not the nigga.
You talking about, we gonna survive this. This relationship is strong. So, yeah, all right. Nigga, what was his name? Derek Jackson?
Oh, Bonnet and Clyde.
Yes, Bonnet and Clyde. Look at that.
Derek Jackson.
Yeah, she said that they were going to make it. We sitting here looking like, nah, son. Like, you got egg on your faces. Get up. Go do your hair.
Please.
She said, if they thought that I was saying no, I definitely left.
Where you went to the show?
Yes, but you back sitting on the couch, so it don't even matter.
And you let him make you look stupid. First of all, I'm like, get off me.
First of all, I need a whole glams team.
No, second of all, you fucked up.
That's number one. You as a husband, Brittany, you are married. I know that your husband will not have you wake you up, Brittany. You'll come out here. He has over 1 million followers. Baby girl, tighten up first. We about to go on camera. That's number one. You cannot just go on. No, that's not going to work. I'm sorry. It's just not going to work.
Exactly. No, he don't love you.
And then it is, you know what the thing is that couples go through it. They have their breakup. But during the breakup, don't be messy. Like, it's certain things you gotta have. Like, you're not sure if you're even gonna get back together at that point.
Just shut the fuck up
Just don't
until you decide what you gonna do.
At the same time, all these guys, and a lot of people was busting his balls because men don't cheat and all this and all of that. And
from the former cheaters.
Yes. You talking to women from your former life,
Mm-hmm.
okay? You are having sex with women from your former life, multiple women.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you this, wife or not, you ain't about to just be flaunting and telling the whole world, oh yeah, and I was doing this, I was doing that. All right, keep it vague.
Right,
keep it vague, keep it cute. Like, because I don't want to, listen, because I might swing on your ass. That's why he was holding her hand, like.
Yeah,
okay?
hold it down.
Yes,
P.O.P.
hold it down. Hold it down.
So, question, have y'all dated somebody that was raised out of survival versus love? Have y'all been in that situation?
You want to go first, so?
Yeah, I have. I definitely have. The thing is that survival just means your parents are giving you the basic necessity of what's needed. That's clothing, that's shelter, that's education, that. For love, because people think when people say survival, they're talking about money. They could be pot broke.
Right.
And they could be raised out of love.
Mm-hmm.
So when people hear the word survival, they're just like, damn, they ain't had no money. They could have had
Right.
money.
They think they had
It's just that
bubbles.
they wasn't showing the love to it. But yeah, I've dated a lot of people that needed some help and healing. I'd be like, God, if I'm God, just say I'm God. Like,
Oh, God. Hey, God.
Hey, God.
they just needed the healing. And I'm like, bruh, if that's it, you could just tell me that I am you. Like, I don't have to go through all of this. But I think that it is an important part of a relationship. And not just being raised, you having a child, you have a relationship with a child. If you're dating somebody, it's a relationship. So it's like, what is affection? Like, what affection, not having affection is like a car with no gas. Like, it needs to be there. It has to be in the mix of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't just have a child and you don't show them the love from them. If they mess up, they're getting punished. If they're not messing up, then there's no reward for it. And the same thing goes for the dating. But yes, I've dated some screw-ups in life.
I know I had my fair share of good and bad. And it was all kind of like life experiences because, like, my family, we didn't have the most, but we definitely showered each other with love. Like, that's one thing that I know that my family, that's just what you're going to get. You may not get a Rolls Royce. You might not even get nothing after you graduate.
Right. But they're going to throw you a party.
Yes, we're going to throw you a party and you're going to be showered with love. Yes.
And that doesn't, I mean, I never got a Rolls Royce. I don't know which one feels better, but I know that the love does feel good.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Love
if you're going
does
to give
feel
me the
great.
Rolls Royce, please pay the payments.
But
Don't
the love
give me the
feels
gift
like
that
you
I
got
gotta pay
a
for.
Rolls Royce, like the love can
Exactly.
equal up to that. And I definitely had dated some people that never even had a pinch of love, and it's kind of like, okay, I want to be with you. You're a cool girl, but I just don't know how to.
It's like a baby.
Give affection, yeah.
You got to teach a baby how to walk, teach a baby how to talk, and, fend for themselves. So it's kind of frustrating or weird to have to teach a grown person, but we have to give people grace in the same perspective because
Absolutely.
we never know what went on behind those doors. We just know that they grew up in 5C. We don't know what life was like behind the doors of 5C. But, I grew up with love, but I didn't realize that I was emotionally unavailable until I was in a relationship that actually meant something.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw how my husband showed love and how he wanted to receive love. And then, I was like, oh, shit. Like, how the hell did you deal with me? And I was a whole fucking gnome the whole time. Like, I didn't like PDA. I didn't like to, be affectionate with other people around because I always was on defense because I'm like, well, shit, he could be cuddled up with me and then he cuddled up with Letitia later on.
Not
Who knows?
Letitia.
I don't know.
Letitia.
Nigga, if he didn't tell me he
Letitia.
was mine, I was not about to sit here and act like he was mine. I'm like fucking the girl from Color Purple looking at Olivia. Said,
Yeah.
I think she mine.
I think she mine.
But
Listen.
yeah, I don't want to end up looking stupid. But as we've grown in a relationship, I've been able to soften up a lot more and been able to, hold hands while we're in the park.
She's cotton candy, guys.
Oh, nah.
She's cotton. You know the ones with that hard shell. Once you get through that hard shell, they're cotton candy.
I'm a Leo.
I won't let nobody.
If there's any Leos out there, y'all know how we are. We are mean as fuck. But we mean well. We mean well.
You mean well. I'm going to tell you this. It was so weird. I did a little kiss in front of my mother the other day. It was so weird.
Well, imagine kissing.
Like naturally, I was like, all right, baby, give me a kiss. But my mom was like in the car and she kind of like looked and went down at her phone and I was just like, oh, wow. Like,
well, imagine open mouth kissing your man in front of like 100 people.
Oh, like at your wedding?
Survive.
I'm a survivor.
That was... Y'all go ahead and drink. We said it. Survive. Another one. But yes, that was awkward. And I was like, open mouth kiss, nigga. We kiss. He was like, nigga, get over here.
He said, nah.
Right. Ate my whole face because
it.
I ain't got no lips. He got the big old black people lips. Y'all don't cancel me, but y'all know what it is.
Yes, them juicy
His lips has volume to it. Okay, let's put
it's
it like
fullness and it's soft. I wouldn't trade them black people lips for nothing. It's just two people with no lips.
They're trying to make it. All right, they love it. The rest of every other nationality love it. They right in the doctor, whoever, trying to make it.
Right, and then you know what the first thing I just thought about when you said that?
What?
Pump, 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 pump.
You see? Pump it up.
I need to get back together.
Joe, she looking for y'all.
So,
she wants y'all.
Who raised you, Sophie?
Me. Daddy. I was Tarzan in the jungle of Queens, and just swaying from building to building. Now, I was raised off of love. You know what I mean? I had a mother. Both of my parents, for the most part, they worked all the time, but the love was there. Mm-hmm. So even when my mother was a stay-at-home mom in the beginning, then she started working for the Board of Ed, and my father always did some culinary stuff. He was a chef and all that, but I was ultimately a love person. Even though, like, that's why I said it's like people have a narrative in their mind saying that, oh, because of this happened again. My father was a drug addict for his entire life, from my understanding, and he still raised me off of love. So that one has nothing to do with the other. But yeah, I was a love baby for certain, like for the home aspect, the bringing up, the love. Certain thing. My mother was like a super Christian, so like sex game, I had to find out by myself. Like I figured that shit out, and anything dealing with dating, like she ain't want to.
I thought you were gonna say dick. Your mouth was set for dick. I was like, all right.
Mama might watch this. We're not going to say that word. Yeah, but anything besides the whole... As she gotten older, she be giving it to me like, did you just say dick, Shirley? She said, what the hell she said? I'm like... Jesus likes it now. All right, fine, whatever. You know,
shoot, he had a pastime too,
and she did too.
Exactly. It goes back to the beginning. They were human too.
But I was definitely raised off of love. Whole family. My mother, though, is like my grandmother. She was one of those people. It was love there, but to show it like affection, like physical. My grandmother, I don't even like recall my grandmother ever hugging someone. But that goes up according to you. Like when you're brought up, you see something happening. You got to say either I'm going to be this way or I'm going to be totally different. Mm-hmm. So my mother never seen that. She's one of those see me, hug me, kiss me, Sophie, send me a whole paragraph, ended with I love you. Like, Mom. All right, let me go get my glasses. This is going to take me another 10 hours. Everybody know that. When Shirley send you a text, go get your glasses because it's going to be an essay. But definitely out of love, both parents.
Were they married?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice. Cool. Okay.
What about you?
See, my parents, they was together for about 5 years before I was born. Mm-hmm. And right at the part where they was about to break up, my mom found out she was pregnant.
Don't they always?
Right. So
survive.
Yes. So I was kind of like they little miracle, right before it, and for them to be together for that long, and right at the end, it was like, oh shit, I'm pregnant.
Like the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, hold on, slow your roll. I'm here. So it was pretty cool because they always make it known like. Don't feel bad that we didn't work out because you are a love child, right. And try to tell me stories of the day that I was conceived.
Oh, God.
Okay, I still hear these stories. I'm about to be 30. I'm like, please, y'all got one more time to tell me, hilarious. And that is it.
I told you about that song I heard your daddy singing.
He was like, you are definitely a love child. I'm like, I'm sure.
Yeah,
me and all my friends is probably love child.
That makeup sex, bro. That breakup to makeup, them final stages, that's when the most babies be created.
And that's what happened. They broke up. My mom went to the club. My father was doing a show, and he slid to his knees, took her home, and that's how KK was here.
Right, and they'd be like, girls be like, I think I can change him. I can make it work. Yeah, you can make it work on a dick. Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah, my mama, she move on quick. She's a Scorpio, so she like, listen, it is what it is.
She understands you.
She understands you. My mama, listen. Baby girl was in a whole relationship 7 months pregnant. Like, listen, we can't do nothing till I conceive, but we can be together. We can work it out. And she ended up meeting a guy who actually his wife was in a coma, so he was raising his little boy, and they was together for a while.
A long time. A lot of my childhood.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, that ain't no working out.
I think that it's dope that when people understand, like, we can't be together, but it's a child here. That's really adulthood that people don't understand. There'll be a whole bunch of baby mama, baby father drama. Mm-hmm. You pregnant, you don't go here, you this, you got my kid. Like, that's childish. Mm-hmm. Adulthood is realizing this person is going to move on. Leave them alone. Mm-hmm. Like, even if you got, like, that's your baby father, you got to have love, but it ain't work for y'all, which is fine. Move on.
Let it go.
Let that thing go.
They mad cool. It's like,
who's really gonna be in the mix of this all getting hurt as a child?
Mm-hmm. Cause you and your feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even believe in child support.
I agree.
Like, if things were not to work out, I'm not gonna sit here. The time that I spend going back and forth to the courts to put him on child support, I could have created a new business. Right. I could have found a way to make some more money, some more income for the household. Nigga, I could probably teach him how to tie a shoe.
Right.
So, I can do better time. And then
she got time, cuz.
Right, but you do all of that and you get pennies on the dollar.
Right. And then I don't need, first of all, the judicial system ain't for us.
They don't know our relationship.
And then you're going to be sitting in front of there letting somebody that has no idea what's going on dictate about how it is that he moved, you moved. That's just doing too much. For me, particularly. And if I had a child, I'd be the same way. And ultimately, what is going to be accomplished here? Right. If somebody wants to be a piece of shit and he don't want to be a part of it, do your thing. Don't. I'm not going to force you to be in a child's life that's yours. Like, I couldn't be.
I don't have any children yet, but I know, like, if my baby father tell me he outside, I'm going to put that baby shoes on. Mm-hmm. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And then a lot of girls be fucking up because you got a free sitter. Why are you going to fight with him and he going to take the baby?
Right.
Nigga, you can go paint your toenails, play with your pussy, do whatever you need to do. But you can do it by yourself.
Brittany
or you got somebody else play with it.
Pussy.
You know what I mean? You got somebody else play with it.
Sometimes you got to scratch that kitty. Shit.
Your own DJ.
Shit. Exactly.
Back in the day, I used to be like, my friend M.A., how did he get in tune with this young lady? But as it is that I've gotten her to know her, I see exactly the reason why. I always used to say, why? She seems so reserved. Then when I got to know her, no, that is it. Yeah, she turned up worse than him, and he's a big turn up, so I got it.
So, I mean, well, look, I was raised in a relationship where my mother and father were married. They were married for 13 years. They met in 1980. They didn't reproduce until 88. It's a great year, y'all. Even number, go play it. But they didn't stay together the whole 13 years. I want to say I was maybe about 5 or so when the relationship just started to go downhill. She wanted to go this way. He wanted to go that way. My mother, like I mentioned, she was emotionally unavailable because she always had to be the tough person. So when it came time to show me love, she didn't know how to do it. And we talk about it now. Like, every now and then I'll bring up certain things that she's done when I was young. And she was like, I didn't know you felt that way. And she's like, well, I'm sorry. And I'm like, well, this is why now that I have a kid, I don't want to do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
But the cool thing about it is my father, he was going through his own trials and tribulations, but he was still willing to hold on to that relationship. And my mother was just done with it. But throughout the time, and they fought like fucking cats and dogs. Oh, they had some good ones, man. Some good ones.
Yeah.
But
survive.
A good
I'm going to need a little refill with this one.
But the whole time that they would fight and bicker, she would never not let me see him. She would never tell me anything bad about him. She just like, that's your father. He ain't my daddy. That's your daddy. You'll figure out, what I'm talking about later on, which was just a miscommunication because my mother fucking stubborn. She's a tourist. She is not gonna move.
When they done, they're done.
Exactly. So, growing up, I eventually learned the way she was, and I used to fight with her like, yo, I see why that nigga left you. I was like, you're hard to deal with. And, mother and daughter bicker, we get it together. But yeah, and then like with my father, same difference. So, even though they weren't together physically, they figured out this fucking co-parenting thing. At one point, they didn't speak for years. They would handle each other through our grandmother. They would handle me through my grandmother. And it was one time when she could have called the cops and could have really started the whole child support thing. He took me for the summer to Virginia when he was living there. And once I was there and it was time for me to start school, my mother was under the impression that, okay, she started on the 5th. She should be here at least by the 4th. And that's pushing it. Most women be like, I need my baby back a week so that they can adjust.
Done and adjust.
My mother took advantage of the center, okay? Let's just say that. So she was like the night before. She didn't care if I came back at midnight on the 4th. She'll take me in on the 5th to go register. Yeah. But my father was like, nah, I'm going to keep her. So she had the only fit because she expecting for me to come home. And my father technically kind of kidnapped me. But not really. But yeah, they had a big fight about that. Like she was on her way. How long
did you stay out there?
I damn near kind of lived there. Like I kind of missed a month or two of school, but back in those times, things are different. I think it's a statute of limitations now, right?
It definitely is.
Back then, you could miss mad days of school.
Us just giving examples of our parents, it just shows us about we were raised out of love, and really, like I said, don't have nothing to do with money and all that. Even my mother, when I remember, in high school, they slept in 2 different beds in the same room,
like the 50s.
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit?
Shirley was
drink. You got drink for that.
Shirley was not messing with
a lot of couples do that though. As they get older,
in the bed to create you.
That was after me. I was in high school, and she was over him, and she was like, he the only man. He cried to come back home 2 times, but my mother's over it. Once Shirley done with you, clear the room. She's the nicest person in the world, but once she on her bullshit, clear.
What's her sign?
The fucking Virgo.
Oh yeah. That's on that.
Move.
That's my mother's one. Good God. Hurricane trip.
Yeah.
Move. And people that don't know her, they be like, who? Shirley? Not Move.
Survive. Right? That's what you're going to do right now. Survive. That's it. So, do y'all think the way that y'all grew up, does that reflect on how y'all date now?
I know that's one of the first conversations that I have. Like, how was your upbringing? What's your relationship like with your mother? What's your relationship like with your father? Just to make sure that I'm not dating anybody that's dealing with any, mental baggage or bringing in, you got to ask about all of that type of stuff. Were you loved properly? Because I'm like a puzzle. You can't put me together. If you cannot put me together, baby, listen, just look and stare. You know, like a nice
smile and wave.
Yeah, a little
boys.
Smile and wave. Do not get up in my life and
that's the 500-piece jigsaw puzzle that you're gonna do some work on. Okay,
yes.
Get a
bottle.
bottle.
Little twisty ones back in the day in the 80s.
The Rubik's cube.
The Rubik's cube. Okay, I'm a Rubik's cube. So listen.
She got us here in one piece, y'all.
I did.
It was scary.
It was scary. I almost hit someone, But did you die?
We all here. We all made it perfectly fine.
3 times, but I came back.
Yes. Brittany just shook her head.
What's hell doing?
Yeah. I said, I almost hit him, right? I was close.
You think? He felt the wind.
Yeah, but I know when it comes down to relationships, though, I definitely have to ask you what's going on. Because the Capricorn in me, I need to know what the hell I'm getting myself into.
Y'all some serious creatures. Y'all Capricorns are different.
We take things very seriously.
And
if
personal.
I'm going to go down that damn alley.
My best friend's a Capricorn, too. Y'all are personal.
Yes, we take things personal. I need to know what am I getting myself into. So if I know that you going to be putting your hands on me or something, I might have to kill you.
Okay, so he scratch, you murder?
Listen,
that's how it's supposed to be.
I don't want to be in that situation. I'm like, I don't want to be in that situation.
Drink.
You're going to survive with me.
I'm going to drink. I'm going to drink for him. Jesus.
Gotta do that every so often.
But what about you, so?
Yeah, Miss Roofington.
Yeah, well,
Roof
yeah.
mommy.
So I have dated people that like I don't really be having that conversation like you said, Kay, in the beginning thing of it, because people just talk, especially in the beginning. They be telling you something like, me and my mom relationship is great, and then here you are 4 months, and he's like, this fucking bitch is. Wait a minute, I just said you and your mother was great 4 months ago. Are you sure?
Right.
But I pay attention to it, so I don't even play myself with the dynamics. I even asking. I just see what it is going on. So I've seen a lot of people, parents, and even though they might have worked it up or just mentioned them, when I see it, I be like, that's why you the way you are.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you just be around nigga family, you be like, oh, y'all bugged the fuck out. Okay, now I get it.
Exit, stage left.
That's me.
Now.
It's time for me to go.
Time to pack
Beat
your
your
shit.
feet, sis.
Right.
Beat your
Yeah,
feet.
so I normally don't ask that, but for the most part, I be dealing with a lot of people that's raised off of survival. 'Cause I deal with a lot of urban people, not saying that has anything
So
to do
you
with stuff.
attract the broken?
Yeah, I be trying to fix niggas up.
Oh.
I know.
You should be
I
all
feel like that was my life
Like,
at first.
I build a bear. That's me. I go
You build a nigga?
You ever feel like every time you meet somebody, it's like always something drastically wrong? You know, it'd be like right in the middle of it, though. It'd be like, damn, I done got my toes wet. Now you show me all your bullshit, your
Right.
toxic traits.
Right, but that's why
And
it is that
shit,
they always
like-
say the beginning is their representative, and it just
Yes.
got to be worth it. And I found myself being a crutch for a lot of people, and a lot of dudes was like, Sophia, that's what women are supposed to do. You are men crutch, but find somebody that's worth you doing it. So it's just about who it is and make sure they putting in as much as you are, because everybody got a fuck up. Every single person. That's why the whole cheating aspect will be like, bro, you think it is that you good because you going to somebody else. She a headache too, or he a headache too. Just find out if that person's worth it
Yeah.
actually being worked on.
Because they be like, yeah, my baby mother crazy. Then you start to see the telltale signs. You be like, is she really?
Right.
Because what you did was kind of fucked up.
Right. Nobody never sees that.
They always see the person who hit back, not the
Right.
person who hit first.
Right.
So,
I'm be like, I'm bugged out.
you know,
You ain't even got to worry about it. Yeah.
right.
Like, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm crazy.
7:30.
Okay? So don't push me.
So I would say, like, I've been out the game for 11 years. So I don't know what buffoonery is outside.
What you need to know? What you want to know about the ghetto? I'm out here.
I don't want to know.
I'm out here.
I watch a lot.
Yes.
I watch Married at First Sight. That's the ghetto. That's the
I'm out.
ghetto.
I'm out in these streets. You see, this is the thing about this podcast. We started, what was it, 2019? September 2019. So the dynamics of it switched around. So Brittany, she was married at that time, newlywed, straight out the box,
Straight
right?
out the porch.
Yeah.
Kaloni was the one that was single, and
For
I was the
3
one
years.
that was cuffing super hard. And then as time transpired, of course, Brittany is still married, and now that is Kaloni is
I
the
saw that
cuffing.
you was sporting a ring, and I was all in my little married stage, and I was like, "Look, she got a ring," and he was like, "Uh-huh, that's nice." 'Cause he was like, "I know my friend, so okay."
Yeah.
Survive, y'all. Survive.
Frank be like, Brittany's husband, he be like, so I see you in like. It's never you in love. It's Sophia. So I see you in like, G's. It's never, I'd be like, okay.
Yo.
You right. And I'm in and out of different things. But what it is for him, that's why I said it's really about when you're dating too, the people that are around you. Parents are a hard thing. It's passing away. But yes, your crew, you got to make sure that they actually trying to advance you and doing
Hell
shit
yeah.
like that. Because when he'd send me, like, when some shit went down with me and your husband sent me a whole paragraph, I said, what the fuck? I got a paragraph from MA? Wait the fuck a minute. Hold on. What I do? I was like, wait, am I dreaming? Like, is this a paragraph? And the punctuation, everything was right. It was the period, the explanation,
So
my
he took
comma.
time.
I said, holy fucking
He
shit.
took time. 'Cause
Yes.
when he be mad, it'd be like the elephant jumped D by CC roof.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, all right, I'll just go ahead and encrypt that.
So,
Yeah.
That was the special part.
shit now.
That was the pig lag.
That's all. That's
You know what the
all
fuck I
shit.
mean.
right.
But yeah, so our dynamics of it changed. But like I said, I'm in the ghetto. I'm out here. What you need to know, son?
No.
You got it together?
I'm
Anything you
saying.
need to know, you. I'm here.
I would say what was so fucking crazy is meeting him and him being like my fucking father. Like my father is my OG. He getting a little bit older, so he not as spicy as he used to be.
Boy.
But he be like, he remind me, and this sounds bad, but I don't mean it in a bad way. But he's like Housewives of Atlanta shady.
Damn.
Like, it cut you to the core. You be like, did you just say that? And he be mad cool with it. Like, if you look twice, it'll go over your head. You will wonder why him and my mother got together. My mother is the out loud shade, but my father is the low key shade. Like, he real spicy on the low.
With a giggle with it.
Yes. Yes, he'll hug you and pat you out, make you feel like he'll send you right back out on the game. Like, this thing, get this free throw. Maybe not, but, let's just see.
Yep. Love him for it, too.
Right. But, like, my husband is just like my father. He's patient. He's quiet. He's observant. I done said that wrong. But he...
Observant.
There you go.
There she go.
There you go. So,
Friends.
like, it was so weird to actually meet somebody that I wasn't looking for my father. I was looking for a good time. So I thought he was looking for a good time, too. So I was like, hey, let's have fun together. But, like, as we got to know each other, I was like, wow. So I don't need to date no more because I think I found my person. But in the same breath, I wasn't sitting here like, okay, so you what I want, let's get married. Nah, I was like, come on, let's ride this wave. And whatever beach we wash up on, then that'll be the beach that we set up camp at.
Right.
So, yeah, it's crazy out here.
That's how, I can definitely relate because if y'all listen to the very first episode, your girl was in the ghetto.
Yes.
Okay? And I was in there for a very, 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 very long time. Okay? After being in a 5-year relationship, and I'm going to tell you, I have fun in the ghetto. Like living in the project, you have fun some days, but when it's shootouts and stuff, going down at night, you got a different cover.
How about you go to your friend's house that don't live in the ghetto, that don't have piss in the staircase? You're like, oh, wow, they do this?
Yo,
and
let me tell you,
for relationships, like,
it was different. Like, I'm not going to say, like, when I was single, dated, like, some cool guys, some fucking weird, people. And then I realized that I don't really like people that much.
No, people are not on my list.
I really don't. And I think it's because I'm so tight with my cousins and, like, I have my net. I'm like, this is my village. I like my village and that's it. But, like, it was crazy because I went out for a friend birthday party and I literally didn't know anybody. But I had a long week. I was doing his mother makeup. I'm like, what the hell? I'm about to go out with them too. And that's kind of how I met, my current boyfriend. So it was like, all right, you my buddy for the night. And we literally just been friends. And it was just like, damn, we still together?
Easy, right?
Like, oh, shit. And it was kind of like that. And I see how people be like, oh, I found my person in a sense. Like, I'm the type, like, I ain't going to mess with you too much. Just don't be messing with me. Like, you making your money? All right, cool. I'm doing my thing. All right, cool. We going to meet up at this time? All right, cool. And then it just end up working out. But you got to know kind of like what you dealing with certain people too, because some people be on some drama-filled bullshit, or like just always got family drama and, and
it's always something, it's always an ankle weight with a person.
Right.
Yeah, so it can be a parent, it can be, a sibling, or just their family in general. The way they handle conflict is to actually fight the battle, when a lot of times you can actually just talk it out. Or, like, even in relationships, wait till the morning. You don't have to have that conversation. A lot of people push to have the conversation now, but don't realize that that person may not be showing you their true feelings.
Right.
Or they're holding back. Or they really fucking pissed and may say some things tonight that you may not go to sleep on. Or he might kill you. You never know. But somebody ain't gonna make it to the morning.
Right.
Exactly. So, you gotta really choose your battles. It's like, is it really worth it tonight? Let him be mad, he'll get over it, and we'll deal with it in the morning. So I wanted to know from y'all, do y'all think it's a struggle with dating a person who has an absent parent from the household? Was that a different relationship versus someone who had both parents raising them in the household?
See, I dated a mama's boy.
Oh, those are
and that
tricky.
Shit was tough.
Those are tricky.
Because when a man is wrong, right, his mama gonna always be there for him. Mm-hmm. And, sometimes I felt like it was a situation when the mama wasn't strong enough to be like, no, nigga, you dead ass wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was kind of like, well, maybe I should break up. You know, like little signs that like, oh, so he already doing him.
So she was,
you know what I mean? Like, yes. And being in a relationship now, like, my boyfriend's mom passed away when he was young. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like he's appreciative of like the little things and like, you know, and he appreciates my mother, you know, because now she kind of like adopted him in a sense, you know, and it's a cooler aspect. Like he knows that if he's wrong and my mom telling her, he's not going to be like, oh, I ain't messing with you or your family and stuff like that. It's like, okay, I'm going to take it for that. Like, you know, and y'all kind of like my village now, you know, and it's cool. But I definitely have my fair share, and mama's boys is not always the best. Like, it's nothing wrong. It's a difference of a man having a dope bond with their mother than like, okay, if shit hit the fan, let's move out and move into my mom's house. You know, like
being coddled by the mother.
Yes, that shouldn't be, you know, and even some men, they be like, okay, I'm a mama's boy, but my mama also taught me how to be the man of the house too, and we're going to make this shit work. We're not going to use my mother as a example, okay, if shit hit the fan, we could always go back there. No, we're going to get it in the mud, we going to work it out. Like,
that's my shit. Man, you got it out the mud, yeah.
Ran it up, yeah.
Survival.
All that hot shit.
Drink.
She's such a mom. I love it. Yeah.
I got a song for everything.
Like, I know that song.
I hate you.
Well, yeah, for me, I don't know. I think it is a dating just for parents, just in general, has a lot to do with how it is that you date and your upbringing and stuff like that. And that's why I commend Frank, because even how his mother raised him, that's a reason why it is that he is the way that he is ultimately. Mm-hmm. But a lot of dudes just don't have that parent. Like, it's like your uncle might have been fucked up. Your father might have been fucked up. Where your grandfather at? Maybe your grandfather would have given you some leverage on what it is that you need to do in life. And that's why, like, I be playing around with the daddy aspect, and I'm daddy and all that shit. I don't like to be niggas' daddies. I would hope that they have their father to school them, but a lot of them don't. And a lot of them weren't raised off of love. There's raised off of that survival. So father, even if he's in the picture, he feel like his job is done. He already made sure you went to school. He had a crib over your head.
And they just
feel like, and they just step away. So the father was there, but the father feel clocked out because he feel like his job is done. And here I come.
I hate
Dad.
that.
And he never
That's
clocked
a new
out.
kid. That's a new kid. Now
You just built a big ass kid.
Exactly. It's a grown adult.
Exactly.
Because I hate when parents be like, oh, you 18, get the fuck out of my house. And it's just like, so where do I go from here?
Right.
Because yesterday I was 17. I was a teenager.
Right.
Now today I grew up.
Right.
So now how do I survive?
But you know what kills me? When it's these parents that do that to their kids and they lived at their mother's house to like damn near 40. You know, like, their parents never really gave them any pressure. Like, just get yourself together and I'm always here.
Right. If it doesn't
be that
work,
parent. I'm not gonna
help
lie.
you.
I'll
get
be
it
that
together.
parent as far as, like, you know, as long as you get your shit together, I'd rather you, especially if I have a daughter, like, no. Unless that man is coming and saying he got a whole plan, when you leave out of here, you're in jail. Like, pretty much, like, no.
I'm not going to make it easy for you because then you think that
easy.
you can always come back here and I'll be the cushion.
You got to have a plan. When you leave here, I need to know what's your plan because I need to make sure you execute it and don't come back.
Exactly.
Yes.
And help them.
Yes.
Because, like, your
I'ma
parents will
execute
always
and
tell
help
you,
you.
yeah, go to school, go to college, da-da-da-da. But don't nobody tell you how. Like, what am I supposed to do? What are the steps to get to where you want me to fuck out your house?
Right.
Like, they forget that part because they don't know.
They don't know. And that's it to say, I had this conversation with my cousin because she's like, man, and the schools are not teaching it. They're not teaching you about your credit and all that. We get fucked up early in the game.
We learned about John Smith and them.
Right, we don't know about none of this stuff.
Looking
and
for
it's
gold and the
unfortunately,
motherfuckers found corn.
That's it. and ultimately, as it is, hopefully we can school the younger people or the people that have parents because we're more knowledgeable about stuff. But ultimately, when they get into their 20s, we ain't gonna know what the fuck is going on at that
But they
age.
don't listen now. Nobody listens.
And they fearless.
And I be like, yo, how the fuck did you get outside and reproduced?
Right.
These fuckers reproduce and they rap it. It's like fucking taxes, rapid refunds. Them niggas is popping out. And it's just like, whoa.
I have people that I grew up with, that's my age. I got 6 kids, okay? I am 29. And I'm going to tell you this. Back in the day, 29, averagely, our grandparents had about 9 kids. You know, that was the normal.
That was the
They
problem.
ain't have cable. Okay, we got Netflix, we got mad shit, we got Life.
We got shit to get you pregnant now.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Survive.
Survive.
A lot of them babies survive. And now we dating them and trying to figure out what the fuck did your mother drop you on her head?
I be asking niggas that all the time. That's my infamous line. Let me speak to you about how many times she dropped you? 12, 75, 314.
You got to figure out how old they was because
What
if they
era?
a certain age, their mother wasn't able to get a ultrasound, so she didn't know what was happening. So they was probably smoking and drinking at that time too.
They be young. I be indulging in people that's
We got a lot of,
younger.
you know,
they were definitely
crack
crack
babies.
babies.
Oh, yeah. He said, you an 80s baby? How was your mother? Let me see her.
Yeah,
How many teeth she got
I
in
don't
her
care if
mouth
she
right
had
now?
a job either, because there's a lot of functioning crackheads too.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I knew a few from, you know.
Right, I didn't find out they did crack until later on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, but you went to work. And it was like, yeah, I had to go to work. I was like, oh,
You gotta
so you
take care
didn't
of
smoke
your
up the
habit.
logic. You still had logic. Look at that. Look at that hot shit right there. Before we wrap up, I want to know, do you think a person can change how they love someone or show love as an adult if they were raised in a survival tactic?
I think change has to deal with you. Like, do you want to change? Not about because you love somebody, you're going to change. You yourself. So me dealing, like, I always look at things for people like, what is the reason why this is happening? Because I don't think that anything happens for no reason. Like, it's some shit stem behind it. It's a reason why. I've dated somebody before that was a crackhead, like a child from crackhead parents.
I'm about to say, you dated a whole lot of
No,
crackheads?
not a whole lot of crack, but his parents was crackheads. You feel what I'm saying? So
he was
having,
crackish.
yeah, he was crackish. So he had like the parents, they were crackheads, whatever. And
He
it's
had
like
crackhead
the morning,
tendencies, y'all.
the
That's
morning.
what crackhead is.
That's exactly. But that will lead into your relationship, and that's how it is that he treats the relationship the same way that he was. Bro, you had crackhead parents. They wake up in the morning because they hide from overnight and cook some breakfast. They not give you lunch or dinner, so you would make sure you ration his food out to last you the entire time. And he dated the same exact way.
And mind you,
always
the
make sure he
breakfast
has
might have
somebody
been
that.
s'mores.
Yeah,
Or whatever was left over in the refrigerator that they didn't sell.
possibly.
Chips and cheese.
Possibly. Possibly.
Survive.
The government
I'ma
cheese.
survive.
It might have been a government joint.
My nigga said chips and cheese. They're going to name of the episode. Chips and cheese. Good God.
So listen, he had a rough life, but let me tell you
did.
this. He loved hard, y'all. He loved
And
hard.
that's the problem.
Yeah, but that be the bad thing.
He might love you into
they
a
got
chokehold.
they got abandonment issues too because mama and papa wasn't there. So it's like you got to deal with a lot of shit with them fucking kids that had crackhead parents. Like, first of all, they always gonna ration shit out. They always not gonna understand whatever is in the front is cool. They're gonna have some other shit going on. So regardless how ill your relationship is, they always gonna have another bitch because that's how it is. It was brought up. And then on top of that, you got like that shit is a lot.
Oh,
they
no,
gotta survive, okay?
But don't forget, they value change.
I ain't got the time.
That's a whole nother episode.
Listen, if you don't stop counting them fucking pennies to get to the dollar, I have the paper right here.
It's
Stop
right here.
it.
Listen,
Stop
forget it.
Uh,
Apple Pay.
I know you ain't done a penny away. What is it going to do for me today?
I ain't got the time, bro.
Oh, God, y'all. I might be in trouble.
You a change baby?
I think I'm dating to change, baby. Okay?
Oh, shit.
I was sweeping the other day, and this man done saw that penny and the dime from afar. He pulled it out like,
Was it on the heads or tails? Because you know they funny about that shit too.
He said, wait, hold on. This is exactly why you ain't going to be no millionaire, because you throwing away change. You too good for change? I said, no, sir. No, sir.
Listen,
No, sir.
I abandoned my dresser at home because my husband is a change baby.
Not to change.
Listen, it used to be, I used to have
They
my
hustlers.
perfume.
They hustlers, okay?
Right, I used to have my perfume and all of that on the dresser. Now, guess what's on the dresser? Lotion and change.
Lotion and
change.
How about my man found over $200 worth of change?
Guess who's gonna count them?
Yeah, and he is. He's like, I'm going to put it in the change holder that I'm going to order, and I'm going to put all of them one by one. Okay,
So
you do that.
I think I know what I'm gonna get him for his next birthday. I'm gonna get him some papers so he can put his nickels in a roll, his pennies in a roll.
Yes, he got all the rolls.
And my nigga said in his former life, all money counted.
I'm just get him a money machine. Okay, let's get him a money machine.
It's very hard, just in general. It's very hard for somebody to give up their former life. Listen. So it don't have nothing to do really. Might not be the change, baby. They could be former hustlers. They used to count these change from these crackheads. So it really doesn't. Their mama ain't had to be a crackhead. Right. Their former job, they could have been dealing with crackheads. So they just used to a lot of different change and $single bills and them being crumpled up, and they gonna make sure they deal.
I know my nigga Dick got hard when he found out that they made those change machines accessible to all of the people. You remember back in the 90s, they had that commercial where you can drop your change in and they would separate the quarters, the pennies, the nickels, and the dimes. I'm surprised he ain't tell me the story about him getting that shit for Christmas.
Yo, this nigga, he
counts.
Let me tell you something. The change ain't bothered. That's what it is niggas do. Either their upbringing, with their former life, that's fine. As long as a nigga ain't collecting bottles and taking them shits into there, then we're fine. We could do the count and change all day. Just don't collect the fucking bottles with some black bags and you coming out your car. I'm not fucking with you.
You go to collect the garbage and you realize the applicator from your tampon is missing because that nigga collected plastic.
Nah,
you got a problem.
You got ish.
Go.
Listen, pack it up.
Go. You don't want to buy no more Tampax
These are the signs.
Telltale signs of a man that got crackhead parents.
Survive.
And I think that's the note that we should leave it on. We thank y'all for joining us. Y'all get to actually see us next week. It might be on Zoom, but y'all niggas better stay tuned.
You heard.
Because we will be back out here. We want y'all to go ahead. We available on Apple, Spotify, Google Play, wherever you get your podcast from. Anchor. Make sure you not only listen to the episode, we need you to download and subscribe, follow us on our page at Let Us Sip. This is on Instagram.
Right. And
we have Twitter.
We got some shit going on for me. Since I'm out here in the ghetto, we got something happening for me in the dating aspect, the dating scene of things.
If you guys have listened to our previous shows, we talked about For the Love of Sophy. We are working. Listen, we are 3 busy women. We going to get this shit together. It's going to land and it's going to stick. But y'all got to be patient with us. Because For the Love of Sophy is coming very, very soon.
Very, very soon.
Woo! And listen, I accept male and female applications. I just wanted to be clear.
I thought you was going to say you accept money that folds and money that jingles. I don't know.
I ain't charging them just yet. Not yet.
And we do have a Patreon page that is coming to you guys very, very soon. That's going to be special content. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm a trainer. So you may get a workout class from me. Kaloni does makeup. You may get a makeup tutorial.
You might see some nip slip from me. Who the freak knows? We don't know.
It just depends on a day. Listen.
Right. If you like us, support us so we can get some merch as well.
And we travel too, so we might be in your city. Listen.
When we outside.
We outside.
It's different. It's different.
Let's network, baby.
Exactly.
Let's get it going.
So I want y'all to know, if you want to follow us on Instagram, you can follow me, Brittany, at ProvocateurB. And Kay,
you can follow me at Looks by K. That's LOOKSXKAY.
And of course, I am every freaking single place. I'm on Instagram. Philosophy is PHILO_SOPY. I'm on Snapchat, Trophy Sophie. Those are zeros, not the O. I'm on
Oh, they let you back in?
I had to make a new one.
Oh,
yes, I had made a new one, and I told, it was too many nips. Y'all gotta stop. Listen, if you're gonna come on over and tap into my market, be ready to see a nipple. You might get an ass someplace. Something, all of that stuff. And then I also, of course, got an OnlyFans Trophy Sophie over there also. So any place I want to give it to the peeps for free. I would like to. I would love to. But they report me. So I can't.
You can't
so now they got to pay for it.
They got to pay for it.
Yeah, so you might even see some nipples on Patreon if you pay.
Who knows?
Exactly. So don't forget to follow us.
Baby. City Tuesday.
See, I was going to I like Toxic Tuesdays.
Like Toxic.
Because Toxic Tuesdays opens up a lot of gates. And y'all motherfuckers don't take that. That's ours.
I better not hear nothing.
Respectfully.
We will slide under your comments like, wow.
Exactly.
Taking you to court.
So you can follow the page again. Let Us Sip Pod. And if you guys want to write into us, give us some feedback, we are more than willing to take it. You can slide in our Gmail at letussitpod@gmail.com. And I am Brittany.
I am Kaloni.
Sophie, we signing out of this. Biatch!
And thanks for joining for another episode of
Let Us Sip.
Thank you for listening to Let Us Sip. Please remember to subscribe wherever you get your podcast from. And if you like what you heard, leave us a comment. If you feel like we can do better, leave us a comment too. But be respectful. We read everything and only want to grow. So thanks again for your love and support, and we will see you next week.